Hello YouTube, Higgly Wiggly here, back with more Resident Evil 4. Be continuing on with Chapter 3-2.
Hunnigan, what happened? The transmission got cut off. Salazar, how'd you...
We've jacked the line. We didn't want you telling everyone any unnecessary information.
Where's Ashley?
Ah, so she fell into one of our wonderful traps. We'll make sure we find her. Don't you worry about her. Oh yes, I let our miserable insects out for some exercise down in the sewer.
Thanks. That should keep me company, 'cause boredom kills me.
I look forward to our next encounter. In another life.
Salazar's awfully cocky that he can stop us. Ashley's on the other side. Better find another route quick. So, our next little area we're heading into, I really don't like these enemies that we're about to be facing. My best suggestion is to have either the shotgun or TMP out ready for him. You can hear the footsteps. You can see where the one right there is at. We'll deal with it in a second. Let's see what's in this box. Handgun ammo. But these enemies here, the ones in the sewer are invisible. The other ones that we'll face later aren't. But I mean, these things are horrible to face. Close. Alright. Where'd you go? Okay. Oh. I don't know how many Jesus shots it's gonna take. That first one went down rather quickly. Let's run back this way. Maybe I can get it on this long pathway. We gotta keep an eye on the ceiling because they will come from the ceiling. There. Dead. Not good. TMP does a lot of damage to these guys, and we're running low and it's not good. These guys also drop a treasure. A red eye, a blue eye, and a green eye. Shotgun. somewhere. I heard it. Alright, now it's quiet. We can loot up. Read this note here. Lisa's memo. There are some parasites that have the ability to control their host. It's basic knowledge amongst biologists, but not much is known as to how the parasites do it. Jesus, it's 10 pages long. Studying these parasites specifically might reveal some clues as to how the powers of the Las Plagas work, and perhaps provide more insight on the victims of the Las Plagas, the Los Ganados. Los Ganados. What? Whatever. Here is a list of some parasites that have the ability to manipulate the behavioral patterns of their host. Now I'm going to try to pronounce it. Decrocolium, whatever. Once the larvae of this parasite migrates to the ant's esophagus, it alters behavior of the ant. When the temperature drops in the evening, the infected ant climbs to the top of a plant and clamps onto a leaf using its mandible. It stays there immobile until the next morning, placing the ant where it's most vulnerable to be eaten by a browsing herbivore such as sheep. One could conclude that the parasite is manipulating the host's behavior to make its way into the body of its definitive host. Galactosimum. The larvae of this parasite makes its home inside the brain of a fish such as the yellowtail and the parrot bass. Once infected, the fish make their way up to the water surface where they'll swim until eaten by seabirds. Once again, the peculiar behavior could only be explained by the parasite's desire to get into the bodies of the seabirds. Licrochloridium. The parasite's spore cysts develop in the snail's tentacles. The spore cysts are vivid in color and pulsate continually, somewhat like a worm. Surprisingly, the infected snail makes its way to the top of a plant where it is more visible to the eyes of birds, therefore more likely to be eaten. Once eaten by a bird, the parasite will complete its metamorphosis into an adult. Have this yellow herb off the sky. Looks like he was alive until just recently. Judging by the wound, it was a quick death. Grab that. Store's too rusted and it won't budge. Secondary grenade. There's gotta be a way to drain the water. Store's too rusted and it won't budge. Drain the water. Butterfly lamp. So those things that those things drop, you can actually insert into the butterfly lamp. Just like the beer stein and the mask. So the blue one's the rarest it drops. There's a red, a green, and a blue. The blue one's the rarest it drops. There's the green one. There's one more butterfly lamp we'll get later on, and there is for sure one blue one that we will get. So, but that's not for a little ways further in the castle. that's all of them now. Blue one. Shoot. Alright, so we're just gonna have to hope later on when we fight more of these things that we get a blue one. Alright. Alright, never mind, we got one more to deal with. Drop one. Drop the blue one. Damn. Did drop TMP ammo, and I do need that. Reload TMP in just a second. Finish looting up here first. Everything else good? Yep. Alright, so now we just gotta dodge these swinging blades here. Not too horrible. I knew I'd be getting more TMP since I reloaded that. Whatever. So that red guy in the middle, we want to try to kill him. The rest of the guys is whatever. They drop spinels, but the guy in the middle actually drops something expensive. If I have a grenade, actually. Well, I don't want him to escape. I can't waste that. He escapes, he escapes. One escaped. That's alright. So, we can jump down right over here. There's a ladder we can jump down. And we collect them. All these guys have spindles, except for the guy in the red, important one. He has a, an item that sells for more than what a spindle would. Not a whole lot more, but it does sell for more. I'll climb back up here and swing across the chandeliers. The merchant's moved up here now. He was down there, but after you do that sewer area, he moves up here. And if you come here, you can get the elegant mask. So now we got another mask we can put treasures into.
Welcome. Got some rare things on. What are you buying?
Nothing.
What are you
We'll
selling?
just sell.
Is that all?
Oh, if you're really hard up on
Thank
money,
you.
no, you really need money. The green, red, and yellow herbs also sell for 10,000. So, if you really need to,
Is that all?
but
Thank you.
we'll keep one green eye and we'll sell
Is that
two
all?
of the red eyes because we
Thank
will get
you.
another butterfly lamp. See, that's 12,000. I mean, that's worth
They come back
throwing that
anytime.
grenade and some sniper bullets. Red herb. we're about to run into a little gauntlet of enemies we gotta deal with. So. It's not horrible, but Castellan Memo. Man, the notes are getting longer. For many years, the Salazar family has served as the castellans of this castle. However, not everything is bright, for my ancestry has a dark past. Long ago, there once was a religious group that had deep roots in this region called the Los Illuminados. Unjustly, however, the first castellan of the castle took away their rights and powers. As a follower of this religion, as the 8th Castellan, I felt that it was my duty as well as my responsibility to atone for that sin. I knew that the best way to atone for the sin was to give power back to those who we once took it away from, the Los Illuminados. As expected, it took a little time, but we were able to rejuvenate the once sealed Las Plagas with this. With this success, I was one step closer to the revival of the Los Illuminados. The reason why I released the Las Plagas from deep under the castle and gave them to Lord Salar was not only to repay for the sins of my ancestors, but I felt certain that the Lord would make better use of this power to help save the world. To save those that have sinned with the power of the Las Plagas and to cleanse their souls, creating a world without sinners, the way it was meant to be. Once cleansed, they would become one of the many Ganados where they will find their reason to live. And after the Lord has succeeded in creating the world in which he has envisioned, then the sins of my Salazar family will be atoned for. Alright. Like I said, big gauntlet of people. We're just gonna run right past everything and get inside here, where it's a little bit safer. So it sounds like a mace guy nearby. Always. Anymore, always. Shit's going out of their head. Do have to be careful. Getting a little too close to those. If we got too close, I'd have just pulled out the shotgun and blasted them away. We're also going to have to try to be a little quick with this red guy here, killing him. If we take too long, then we'll have some. Damn it. The red guy's gonna run that way. That's fine as long as I don't aim at him. Blast that guy out of my way. Alright. Perfect. That's the best thing we could do. Alright, now we can loot this place. If you don't stop him before he like runs clear around back down to the bottom there, it gets pretty bad. He'll pop himself into that Gatling gun or like machine gun turret, and it's not good. Head back downstairs and loot the crates we ran past. Do we still have that white egg? Yeah, we'll go ahead and use that white egg. We'll have Ashley for a minute. About to come up on another puzzle. It's not very hard. It's pretty simple too. Go ahead and reload everything. right in here's the puzzle. It's pretty simple once you know what you're doing. So, the sacrifice of 6 lives shall make the truth path. So in each of those pictures, you'll see where people are being sacrificed. So we need to make it to where there's only 6 of them. 6 people up on that frame. So just, and it's real simple. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's really simple. And then coming up on another little gauntlet area, we have the incendiary grenade ready.
What a pleasant surprise. But I'm afraid it's Ashley we need. Not you, Mr. Kennedy.
If you don't need me, then get off my back, old man.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy? It might come as a surprise, but I'm only 20 years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will. I have absolute control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
Get rid of our American friend.
So, kind of surrounding us. Run this way. Hit this button here. Then get ready to book it, because we're about to have some people shooting rockets. That will, oh shoot, that will blow up their own buddies. If it hits them. So, there's that. And just back up and still miss and hit the door there. Grab this. That's our first piece that we need in that first area we're at in 3-1. So now we'll go this way. Grab this handgun ammo and out the door we go. So we're coming up on a don't need a save. Coming up on a very annoying part. The maze. Maybe I should have saved. Nah, it's fine. There's nothing up here. Oh. Lots of dogs inside the maze. So, gotta love it. Won't open, it's locked from the other side. With a little help from another person, I just might be able to get in from up there. So we have to come back to this area once we rescue Ashley and get what's inside there. It's pretty important to get. So here's the god-awful maze.
Mr. Kennedy. Still alive, I see. So, do you like my garden?
I see you've managed to work in a little of your twisted taste here, too.
Sagacious as I am, even I get lost here sometimes. Even if it takes your whole life, you'll never get out. Do you know that no one dies without a cause? You will satisfy the stomachs of my cute pets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tie up a few loose ends, like chasing down a couple of rats.
2 rats. If one's Lewis, who's the other? Huh. They're an intruder besides me?
Obviously, Leon, there was some woman in red dress that did save you earlier. Alright, so before I get completely lost in this thing, 'cause we're going to do this as quick as possible because the dogs freaking suck. So, okay, I know which way I need to go. I think. Just pay no mind to them, they're not there. They're not there! Just don't even look at them. Pull up the map real quick just to make sure I'm heading the right way. Last thing I need to do is get cornered. Hope this is the right way. What's this? Think I screwed up? No? Yes? Yes, I did screw up. First aid, I'll probably need that when these dogs get me. Unfortunately, gonna have to use that flash grenade. Oh, I just heard the door break. Oh, I'm going completely wrong freaking direction. This way, Brian. Get the hell out of here.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
God, my accuracy's getting worse and worse by the minute. Alright. Thank you for joining me here. I'll see you guys in the next part.